interviews. So there was quite a few interviews with a lot of bodybuilders who were coming up. Some of them were even hadn't even hit to the superstar status yet. I remember like we lived out the country for a long time. And then right after we graduated high school, we had to move because the people that owned the property, they were changing, things were happening. So we moved up here to town. And it was a couple years later, we got cable. And I I had a part-time job when I was younger. I only worked at night. So sometimes during the day, I used to catch it. And then when I got uh, my first real job, sometimes I used to catch it like late at night, and you still like watching it, especially when you have like stories with, particularly with women bodybuilders. That was
Hmm.
really because I was a fan already by then. I was a teenager, but then get to see the ladies, get to see these competitions. It was just a great opportunity. How about you, Kale?
It looked familiar. I was watching some of it over the weekend. Some of it, I know like there's old clips of bodybuilders, male bodybuilders like Sean Ray, Kevin LeBron, and they there was one episode where they covered one of the Miss Olympias, I think, where Corey Everson. But I remember that show like that was in ESPN, right? If I'm not
Mhm,
Yeah.
ESPN.
mistaken. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. They had a few similar to that. Like there was one program it showed I think amateur bodybuilding and stuff. Yeah.
somebody told me I
So
think it was Muscle Sport. I think it was on Fox.
Yeah, the Muscle Sport USA, I think it was, and they had a
yeah.
couple. I forget the name of those guys, like Tom Terwilliger, and they were both like meathead guys. I remember they were on Fox Sports, and they had that was a pretty good show too. Really similar to
Yeah.
American Magazine.
Mhm. And they did a lot of like stories and features of certain competitors. Like this one we'll pull up here. And this is one of my favorites, all time favorites. And this is the beautiful
Oh yeah,
Laura Craval. Oh my gosh, she just had a beautiful look. That she was from Ghana. Just that beautiful caramel skin, and she
Diana.
just had the blonde hair. She was just
wait,
amazing.
no, not from Ghana, but
Star
Guyana.
Profile with pro Laura
Diana.
Craval and
Diana.
New
Diana,
England champion Mike
She's beautiful. I
Matarazzo.
like her.
Mike, I remember Mike Nagarazo.
Catch the fire on both ends. The NHL tonight. TSS coverage kicks off with back-to-back hockey action.
You had
They're kind of
commercials.
like the old coverage of the sports school that they had in the ads.
With the Sports Network, you're closer than the front row.
In one short year, professional Laura Craval has jettisoned from obscurity in a gym to the reigning
Cybergenic.
Miss International. We meet her in the Cybergenic Star Profile. Laura Craval is undoubtedly one of bodybuilding's hottest new stars. With her sixth-place finish at the Ms. Olympia, and of course the big win at the 1990 Ms. International. But this transplanted Canadian's humble beginning in the sport was very innocent.
About 7 years ago, I was on vacation in Jamaica, and I saw a poster for bodybuilding show, and I knew nothing about bodybuilding. I never really touched weight. And the first contest they were holding for women, so I decided I'd go watch it. And I was so impressed with the women, I went back to Toronto, joined the gym, and decided I wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Dedicate the task of shaping her physique into that of a viable contender. And Laura admits that she didn't have a lot to work with.
When I began, my thighs were huge, and my arms were 9 inches. So I was very, very narrow enough body, but very wide, very big thighs. In 7 years, I've accomplished every year I've gotten better. So it's not like I have one body part that lags. It'll take time, and every year I'll get better.
And by getting better, Laura has racked up an impressive resume of competitions, starting with local wins in Canada and culminating with her edging out Jackie Paisley for the much-coveted Ms. International title. But Laura wants more than just a title beside her name.
I want to be recognized as someone that has something to give to the sport. I mean, not necessarily being Miss Olympia, but projecting a good image in sport and being highly respected and, getting well known.
Well, Laura no longer needs to worry about her popularity in the sport, but she does offer some good advice to those who are just getting involved in bodybuilding.
It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. It's not just going to the gym and working out. It's bodybuilding. If you want to get somewhere in it, it's a lifestyle. It's your friends and everything. Everything is built around, that. Assess yourself seriously and see if you really have the genetics or, even the mental, willpower to do it. And if they do, then go for it. It's fun.
Laura Creval, a star on the rise. The top.
Yeah, that's Laura. She's one of my favorites. No offense to Mike, but this is about women. And she had a beautiful physique. I mean, I think, I never liked the fact she got breast implants. It kind of, they would just I remember somebody said she had the worst set because they kind of like were off to the side, but she had an amazing physique. Wow. Her complexion it was like smooth caramel, when she had the blonde hair. She just was just something just about her, just really, that's what I what you like for, boy?
She got great abs, and she came close to winning the Ms. Olympia a few times. But yeah, not quite there.
Yeah, I think I would put in the list of the uncrowned Miss Olympias along with Vicky Gates. I would say Londa Hughes, a couple others. Sandy Riddell in that list.
Yeah,
those women that came so close to the title, but then they missed it. What you got to say, boy?
No, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just laughing at you, mesmerizing her complexion. That's all. It's funny.
Yeah. She was just something different, and she was just exotic. There's so many women
I remember her back in the day. I got some magazines about her. I got some magazines. Her, Linda Murray. I know she wasn't a bodybuilder. Gail Devers. That stuff. Gail Devers was on Muscle and Fitness. That that's when like the Summer Olympics was on. They showcasing like the track stars and stuff like that, and Muscle Fitness covered her and stuff. So yeah,
I remember her. Yeah, one thing I remember about it was interesting how they would cover bodybuilding on like ESPN. They would it was rarely live. It was always taped almost all the time. And I remember one year there was like that earthquake that happened in San Francisco when they had the World Series going on. And I remember they cut away from bodybuilding because they were showing a female bodybuilding contest because they figured everybody was watching World Series except the bodybuilding fans. But then they cut away from the bodybuilding show too. It's like, God damn it. I don't care about the damn earthquake. I want to see some ladies posing up there, So
what year was that?
It was like 1988 or 89, I think, and it was I think it was a national show. It was like NPC Nationals. It was a really good show too. And I was like, dang it! So I think they ended up replaying again later.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I think a TV movie about that earthquake. I think a couple years later. I mean, I remember that. It was just devastating. We were just on a like seeing that, and they had a couple of earthquakes in New York a while back. Didn't they have some, some little shakes or something? They have like a couple of earthquakes up in New York or something like that.
Yeah, that was like last year, something like that, months ago, somewhere last year. I didn't even know that they had an earthquake at the time. People was telling me an earthquake. It was like two years, or I forgot really, but it was recent. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you gotta remember y'all on an island, and you never know something's breaking off. We got here comments from my man C Cross. Shout out to him. He says, Sharon, I had a huge fucking crush on her. Who didn't? She's beautiful. And also, top most beautiful women in the sport history of women's bodybuilding. I would say that. Well, we got my man Dave don't be here too long, but we do have a little thing. I pulled this up, and I saw it's from one of the they used to always record some of the shows from the events, and I think this is an amateur show. There's a little quick thing they put together. And he pointed up here. We queued it up for my man David, you know, because he missed that time, but he did replay it later. I don't know which show this was, but you know, I hope it didn't have to.
Best of Muscle Magazine.
I remember that girl. I think she was like Latia Rivera or something.
Many of the bodybuilders
I remember that girl.
would easily beat some American champions. And the ladies? Tall, and yes, even feminine. Then, world champion powerlifter Gary Drigo demonstrates some of his award-winning lifting techniques. He's one of the strongest and best-built men in bodybuilding.
And the theater was filling fast, and excitement was in the air. Following an afternoon of prejudging, the women were back on stage first, starting with.
Oh, I see Laura Benetti on there.
Placing second was a bodybuilder who traveled from the other side of the country.
Oh, that's right, Arminda Del Riviera.
Arminda Del Riviero is a personal trainer whose athletic background stems from dancing, from jazz to breakdancing, and with over 15 years of experience. She was the smallest lady on stage, but cast a beautifully shaped and extremely feminine body.
She looks like a bikini girl now, doesn't she?
16-year-old brother Chico, but it was a stunning picture of model and
Yeah, just amazing how big the girls are now compared to that.
I think the bikini girls bigger than the girls these days.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, Laura Benetti, I love her, man.
Wow. When she blew up. Wow.
She
I've been
did.
talking
She
to Melly about getting on for be a guest.
I've tried to too. I haven't had luck yet. But yeah, she's amazing though.
Championship with her fiance Tim Marshall.
She got really deep.
113 pounds. She feels that lifting makes her.
Oh, you can tell that was a VHS because of the stripes there.
Yeah, it's very good. Got to take the antenna moving around with the cable.
American Championships, beating out many American bodybuilders. So take that, you Yankees. Moving on to the middleweight now. In fourth place, Sandra Loney from Calgary, Alberta. The 5'123" Canadian version of the All-America athlete. In high school, Sandra played softball, participated in gymnastics, track and field, and started training when she was only 16 years old after reading a bodybuilding magazine.
I was thinking it was a lot harder to get a pro card back then. Remember how you had to win the overall usually?
There's some couple ladies that should have been pro a long time ago, but just it never happened.
I remember her.
Yeah, me too.
The Toronto native stands 5'4" and weighed in at 109 pounds. She's been in shows since 1985, but
109 pounds. And that was middleweight.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Yes. Definitely, the ladies are beefier now, I'd say.
The winner in the middleweight class isn't new to championship bodybuilding competitions.
I remember her too.
From Edmonton, Alberta, has competed in the World Invitational in Tokyo, placing third in this weight, and won the 1987 Hawaii International Invitational. But the 5'6" 125-pound lifter has been competitive since the age of 5.
That's one thing that ladies used to get more time to do their routine too.
And it went for Corey from Olympia, I think it was 87.
And Lisetta likes to stay around competitive people too, like her fiance John Mandridge, brother of the NFL's.
And now you got fit model Tua.
If you've been thinking up to now that Canadian bodybuilding women are only beautiful because they're not that big.
Oh, I think this is this where Sharon Bruneau comes
In
in.
third place was 5'9", 140-pound Leslie Cockwell.
Oh yeah, that girl.
Training just over 2 years. Being big isn't new for Leslie. She's the tallest member of her family.
That's heavy, 125.
Taller than her 5'7" dad. She was a national level competitive swimmer for 13 years before
5'9".
taking up bodybuilding. But her thrills come in a variety of adventures, including mountain climbing, parasailing, and skiing. Jill McWhinney from Winnipeg, Manitoba, came in second among the heavies, but finds that bodybuilding can be more mentally than physically exhausting. Jill's whole family has participated in high-level athletics, and before 6 years of bodybuilding, she was a junior national-level volleyball and baseball player and performed gymnastics and ballet. At 5'4" and weighing 138 pounds, Jill has a firm structure when she's not in the gym.
It's interesting that the ladies back then they didn't have to wear like a bedazzled
Topping off the ladies' heavyweight class was Rita Bone.
Oh yeah, I remember Rita.
Yeah.
She had a good nice body. She was pretty big. She looked big back
Not
then.
to weight train, but to meet men. Well, we didn't ask her how it affected her love life, but lifting sure has made a positive change on her body. Rita is 5'4" and weighs 134 pounds. and feels that among the benefits of lifting and competing, she likes most the freedom of physical
Answering the
artistic
phone. I remember that.
stage.
Sorry, brothers, the volume's not high enough because it's an old video.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Train 6 to 7 days a week, but I don't really have aspirations to turn pro. I could turn pro 2 years ago if I wanted to.
In the overall, it was Laura Benetti who took the Canadian honors home.
Yeah, Laura.
But it was the whole lot of our that deserved it. But then the ladies made way for the
Again, fellas, we are not here for you. But that was beautiful. Classic women's bodybuilding. I mean, we saw some legends there like Laura. Also, a couple of here. We have here a man here. Alex got here.
Hello.
Yo.
You guys hear?
Hey, Alex. I mean, Alex wasn't even born when that show was out.
You guys hear me?
He was still twinkling his daddy's eye.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you, son?
Good.
I'm just on my break. I'm making the most out of my time talking to you guys. So what does this video have to do with yesterday's competition?
Well, this is not just a competition. This is about because again, you were a youngin, little twinkle in your daddy's eye. This is an old show we used to watch back in the day, and it was one of the few shows that did news reporting on bodybuilding. Quite a lot of competitors were starred and featured on it. You even talked to people, just not just competitors, but also people like Ben Weeder. What's that guy's name? Wayne DeMille. I mean, quite a few other people that were part of the sport. It was one of the few shows that featured bodybuilding on cable television back in the day. You don't see that anymore. Most times everybody's now doing podcasts.
Yeah, I miss it being on TV. I used to watch or enjoy watching it on TV back in the day.
It's just I don't know what is it. TV is not like it used to be. Like I don't watch much cable, and might as well not watch cable at all. I'm mostly on my computer or I watch old TV shows. Like I was yesterday I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were talking about what's upcoming shows. He asked me, "What you doing?" Well, I'm sitting here watching TV and watching Johnny Quest. He says, "What's Johnny Quest?"
Oh, I used to watch that. Yeah, that's a good show. Good cartoon.
Who Johnny Quest, Race Bannon, you evilest monkeys.
No, they're young if they don't know what Johnny Quest is.
No, she was not
That's
young.
before they time.
No,
How
she
old
was
was
not
she?
young.
Yeah, before
Maybe she wasn't watching cartoons like that.
She's
Hanna Barbera cartoons. I've seen some of the classics.
name some. Which name some classics that you know.
was
Who,
that?
me?
No, I'm talking to Alex.
Oh,
The simple. I think we can get to the most obvious out of the way. Scooby Doo, The Flintstones, Jetsons. There was that show. Let's see what else. Yogi, Huckleberry Hound. There was Speed Buggy. There was Big O Gorilla.
well, he's an animator. He of course he's gonna know that. He's an animator.
Well,
That's
I'm
true.
He gonna know that stuff.
There was the Banana
Don't
Splits.
stop the
That
boy.
was the thing.
I'm impressed. Don't listen to
And
him.
there was a time when they
Impressed.
actually made cartoons based on a couple. Did you know they once made a cartoon out of Mickey, Mork and Mindy?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, back in the
Yeah.
like 83 or 82, something like that. Yeah, Happy Days and all that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It was on ABC. I used to remember that. It was on for me about a year or
David
so.
Went.
Both of them. I think
David
they had
Went moved
one
on.
with the Fonz, and they would do time travel in space or something.
Yeah, that was the thing too. Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he of course he gonna know it. He studied animation, so it ain't like he wouldn't know it.
Hey.
Hanna-Barbera just-
Get the boy his
I'm,
credit.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I don't care what you're telling me.
I'm telling you.
Where's my shit? I built this shit. Me.
Okay,
I
but he's gonna know it. He gonna know it.
Me.
He's going to know it.
I need another man tell me what I need to know.
He's an animator. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Of
What?
course he gonna know it.
Shit. That's all that matters to me.
I mean, I
All
had
right,
to study.
whatever.
I had to
All right,
study.
you
I mean, I
built this
could
shit.
tell from
Bring
last
it back,
year's
bring it.
contest. Nadia really had. I could tell Nadia was the top. Was going to be the winner. I could tell from her physique. I could tell from her shape and everything.
I agree with you. Nadia looked really good. One thing about Nadia is that she has great condition of body, but she's still a bit undersized in the legs. I mean, I think it's the only thing that's holding her.
Let's see, who else? I mean, Bronca actually took me by surprise. She hasn't competed in a while, and she really made a good impression so far this year. So she keeps it up.
Yeah, but
Nikki back as well. She looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I can tell they.
Yeah. Bronca looked really good. You know, like Kimberly Swims is 50, over 50, and I mean, I got to give her that.
Yeah, I really like Bronca hitting that abs and the back shots. She was amazing. Yeah, she looked great.
I think she said she's going to be doing Imperial or Portugal. One of those two.
Yeah, I could see her doing that.
And with I hope Nadia doesn't do it. And with Alcyon out, she might get a qualification there, depending where it's going to be there. So we'll quick check, see if the list is.
I think Tina needs some more time. I see what they're going with, but she needed more time to condition herself. Same with I mean, Victoria was getting somewhere. I could tell which needs some work and all that, but I could tell everyone did good on their did good in their own right. Just it was a tough competition. I mean, glad we got like more competitors than last year.
Yeah, well, we're glad that the ladies are showing up because they're running their own group, the women bodybuilders. We had a good numbers, 10. Maybe next show we get maybe a little more. I don't know about Spain. I hope some ladies are also part of the whole program and maybe get some ladies over there in Spain, But a lot of youth credit not go because that's too far away for them.
And there's going to be like 3 contests late this summer. I'm only going to attend one of them. One is enough for me. Have you realized how soon how soon these shows are going to be this year? Like really this soon?
Yeah.
It's like y'all talking Spanish. I don't know what y'all talking about right now.
We're talking about.
That will be one week. Then week after that will be the Linda
Pro. I can't hear you, Alex. I can't hear you.
Alex must be you must be on your headphones because he can barely hear you.
Ah man, I really charged them. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be. Like I'm only planning to attend one of the contests this year, and it's definitely gonna be Tampa because it's simple, easy for me to avoid and all that. And the others, I could just watch the live stream. It's too much for me to, be there in person.
Yeah. The live streams are. This one, Toronto was pretty reasonable. It was just a little more $30 after taxes, and that's pretty reasonable compared to shows like. The Ultimate was like $40 some dollars, $40 some dollars, especially in my bracket right now, it means a good amount to me. So anyway, back to the subject of the show, the classic show, American Muscle. Well, guys, I do have a little something here for you. It may not be women's bodybuilding, but I think it's something that's especially us guys who are into women who are very different about them. Yeah. So, and it's a little, I'm going to pull it up in a second. And it's a little thing I found when I'm just surfing and searching, it's just a little, I would call TNA. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and fit model?
That's what I was thinking too. That is about the same as Fit Model, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
really that's how
It's,
bikini
ahead of its
started.
time,
Hmm?
I think.
Yeah, different time because that was '87, and even today, the fit model girls are still a little bit more conditioned and more developed. These women, because that's how bikini first started. It was that original look, but then it changed over time. That was something, was a throwback to the division, and the fact is that's gone. Women like that are not. Many of those women now are probably somebody's mother or grandmother by now, and it's uh, to me, it's trying to be a throwback, but you can't go back to that. That's already gone and over with, and it's just to me.
Well, I would
What's the
say
point?
I gotta cut you off. I would say it's not easy for a lot of women to lose weight like that. Like, I mean, if a woman is like slender as that, that's like dedication, like maintaining your diet. I remember Jane Fonda was like that at one point. Like yeah, that especially like in the '80s, they was doing that type of stuff, and I
Yeah.
guess they want to bring it back to a point
Well,
because nobody not really like you know appeal like the mainstream media. They not really like looking forward for huge freakish women with muscles. There's no
also,
disrespect, but I'm just keeping it real. Like
also back
they
in the
not.
'80s, some of women were doing stuff like trying to make themselves look skinny. It was like a
Yeah,
lot of,
but at the same time,
but at the
but
same time, they were doing that too.
what I'm saying, it's not easy for somebody maintaining that look, whether they fit model bikini, it's not. Because even
But
when you talking to some of these women, they'll whether they bodybuilders or not, like women bodybuilders or not, like it was hard work for them to lose weight. So somebody at that caliber, yeah, I mean, you should give them a little credit, when it's due.
well,
That's all
here's
I
one
got to
thing:
say.
I'll give them zero credit because I understand it. I understand, but what's the point of bringing in something? I know you want to bring more attention, but after a while, is it going to stop with this division? It's going to keep going, keep going, keep going. It's just when it's going to stop. Instead of just follow the criteria of what you created that division for and sticking to it, you wouldn't need any more divisions. But they're not. They keep changing. You know. Shout out to David. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. She didn't. I know if it's a J Fonda, but she was built like she was built like a Honda.
Well, I just use that as a reference because she
That's
was
true.
popular back in them days.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was really popular. She was at the time. I think she just married Ted Turner, who just passed away, and also since it was the '80s, we just saw Roger, a very popular exercise guru. Shout out to man David. He has to head out. Appreciate you coming through, brother. A popular guru was Galad. Remember, Bobby was Galad. He used to come on ESPN. Back in the day, ESPN used to show exercise and workout shows early in the morning. I used to remember some other shows. There's one chick named Joni Gregan. She used to come out 6 o'clock in the morning. We watched it because anyway, we were perverts and teenagers, so we just wanted like the ladies in the leotards jumping around. That was kind of exciting. But Richard Simmons, he was very popular guru at the
Yeah,
time.
I remember
He
my
went through a
mom's
lot.
used
I
to
watched
watch it.
it. Yeah, my sister used to love him. I watched a documentary a while back about the funny thing how he died. He had a very bad fall, and instead of going to the hospital maybe get it checked, he just marched on, and then next thing you know, he died the next day. He went through a lot of stuff. He really him and guys like Jack LaLanne, remember Jack LaLanne, a couple others. Body by Jake was very popular. Jake Sanfield, that was his name. Those shows there was really the exercise craze of the '80s. I think really piggybacked off. I think bodybuilding piggybacked off the exercise craze of the '80s.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not against this theory, but you know, it was a great show. You know, it was a classic. Here, they also did a reporting. If you remember the infamous Killer Sally, she was a bodybuilder who was married to her husband Ray McNeil, and well, they had a volatile relationship, and at the end, Sally took his life, and because of domestic violence, and she went to prison for a good amount of time for it. And I think they also reported that.
It was a tragic, really tragic story.
Lifting, curling, and pressing 100-pound plus weights. The intense workouts paid off. They began competing professionally, and Ray even won the title Mr. California. They became celebrities of sorts. Mr. California even had a bit part in this commercial with Jason Alexander and Lloyd Bridges. And Sally starred in wrestling videos. This one was shot just 3 days before the murder.
How strong do you think I am? Want to find out?
But friends say having 2-star bodybuilders under one roof wasn't always easy.
It's hard when you're losing weight. It's hard when you're not eating as much. So you have the stress from dieting, and plus, if you're a bodybuilder, you have the stress from knowing that you have to look a certain way when you get on that stage.
Police say the couple's relationship was clouded by a history of violence, and according to those who knew the couple, Sally McNeil had a jealous streak.
She told me different stories of getting into verbal confrontations with women that were, obviously trying to do more than just talk to Ray.
According to police reports, officers responded to the McNeil's apartment on a domestic violence call on more than one occasion.
Took her to find out how she can get Ray off the property.
Sally filed a temporary restraining order against her husband in 1990. She claimed he punched her and threw her around, but it wasn't long before Sally wanted him back.
They had a bond. They've been married for over 7 years, and it appeared to me that they were close.
Then last Valentine's Day, violence turned deadly. According to police, Ray came home late that evening. Sally questioned him about his whereabouts, and they began to fight. Ray allegedly struck her and grabbed her by the throat. That's when police say Sally took a loaded shotgun from her bedroom and fired 2 fatal shots.
Jennifer, we were fighting, and he was trying to choke me out. And I fired the first shot to scare him. And she said after I fired the first shot, he was still coming at me, so I shot him again.
Mr. California's beefy bride claims she shot her husband in self-defense after suffering from years of abuse. But the district attorney sees it differently.
The defendant shot an unarmed man with a shotgun, and then she reloaded while he was down on the ground, or at least not in an erect position, and shot him again.
Now this woman with a body of steel has been reduced to a weak and weeping emotional wreck as she awaits her fate in a Southern California courtroom.
That was a little over 30 years ago. And, she got out, was it about, a couple of years ago. It was a big controversy, especially hit the bodybuilding world when you heard about it. I mean, people can always say the issue was steroids, but the issue was also they were a very volatile couple. She was jealous, he was angry. I mean, what's there more to say? I know this documentary about it. I think it's on Netflix, or is it on Amazon? Anybody knows what? Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I did see the Netflix documentary about it. It was a very tragic story, and I definitely see both sides of the argument.
Yeah, because you know what? It's just here like this. I've seen it with my parents. I've seen it with my sisters and her relationship, and in that situation, it's just easy to walk away. But the thing is, when you we were somebody for a long time. My parents were together for 55 years, even though my dad was the last 30 of it was living up north in New Jersey. And they got together when they were young. My mother was 16, my daddy was in his early 20s. They had their first child, my oldest sister. And they stayed together for a good while till my mother got fed up with it. She took us out of the house. And I saw my daddy now and then, but then after a while, saw less and less of them. But like I said, I had my older brothers. I had my uncle, my grandfather come down, my father's father, my granddaddy Grady. My uncle Carl Bennett. He, I think my mom told me that my aunt V, my grandma V, said that she wished she married Carl Bennett, not married my daddy. But my daddy was a pretty man, so that's why she married my dad. But back to that's what was important about a show like American Muscle. That was actually from Hard Copy, but American Muscle did post it on their site because I think we need something like that. I don't know if we can do it now where everybody has a million podcasts. I'm out to say I'm one of them right here. But going back to like reporting what's going on in sport of bodybuilding, what's happening in the world, and, just getting it out there for people to gain some knowledge about it. That's why I want to be, even though I'm not a bodybuilder. Neither is KL, neither is Alex. We're we're fans of Women of Muscle and fans of Somewhat the Sport. But that's why we need people to really come together. Maybe something like I always wonder if the IFBB can create some of their own network. The problem is there's not a big call for it. If it was, it would be on television. You wouldn't be watching cornhole and chewing gum championships. And you just saw just as over the weekend, Trump just had a whole thing of a UFC fight on the front lawn of the White House. He's a human piece of But I think if somebody has a plan or idea, something like that, try it out. Maybe, if you can get somebody, hey, if they can get the support, maybe NPC or IFBB can maybe create it'd be a niche network, but maybe I think a lot of people bodybuilders like something like that to get some news out there about the sport.
I don't know. I don't got no comment on that. Man, if it happens, it happens. I think it passed. Really, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I think the era passed. Like we got the new Gladiators series out. A lot of people are not talking about much about it. A couple ladies, one lady I interviewed on it. They did a little video together. Shout out to Danny Means. It's just you did a documentary. If we talk about American Gladiators, also, that's still one of the popular shows. It was really a show that I think that got people into bodybuilding because so many of those competitors came from that world. People like Zap, people like Ice, Gold, guys like Gemini and guys like Nitro. I think Nitro is more like a model, but but they did compete a bit. It was just. Maybe I'm just missing those days of how television was entertaining. You rarely ever turn it off, but now it's not much on.
Yeah.
I spend more time on my computer or my phones. Like right now, I got two phones. This one's getting a little old. I need to get a new one because I'm running out of room and the screen's cracked and I gotta keep clean the cinch every other day. This was pretty good. I've been working on stuff, cutting videos. I mean, this has been pretty good.
What's that? A Samsung? That's what you got in
Both
here?
of them Samsungs.
Oh, okay.
They're reasonable. One I got at the deal, the other got at the steal. But yeah, that's what it is. This is what people are watching their entertainment on. TV, internet, laptops. The TV is just like decoration in your living room. We used to have it like, okay, we might have two TVs in the house. One was in the middle room for us to watch, and my mom might have hers.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to always think about stuff like that, like especially like you're not in the house And like, imagine somebody have like a TV in their hand and stuff like that. Then we get into this day and age, we seeing all this craziness with the phone, people walking on the street, like looking at their phone and they right in front of you. You got to move out their way. Yeah, it's a bit madness, but it's convenience, but it's madness. So
Madness.
yeah,
Madness. This is Sparta. that is a shout out to Gerard who played the great King Leonidas. You, Arcadian, what do you do? I'm a sculptor, sir. You, what do you do? I'm a blacksmith. Spartans!
yeah. Seen that in the
What
movie in a while.
emotions? Oh! That movie.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's like a graphic novel. It was based on that. I was reading that a little bit.
yeah, it's a Frank Miller graphic novel. He creates Sin
Yeah,
City.
like
And it's based on the true story of the issues when the Persians invaded Greece. Some parts of it, the history is different. They didn't wear long cloths and was tapas. They were very well dressed. It was just, TV. Hollywood exaggerates everything a bit.
yeah.
And so, gentlemen, I appreciate your time. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I know y'all got things to do. Alex, you got to go back to work because young man got to pay bills. Got to pay bills, young man.
Yeah. I'm glad I had to take this time to say hi to you guys.
Well, thank you, son. I appreciate that. My man KL did an interview. I missed it because I was involved with what was going on with the Toronto Super Show. Well, young lady, she is from Louisiana, and she's a reporter and also competes as a bikini competitor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we was having a little technical difficulties, but other than that, it was a good interview. I mean, I wish it would have been better, but for some reason, I don't know what happened. But it is what it is. But I wouldn't mind talking with her again. She was cool.
Yeah, I know David met her when he was working at the Optima Classic. She competed there the year before, and I think she's taking her hiatus off for competing for right now because she knows she was working as a reporter. She's also reported the news, and that's what she'd be a great reporter if ever do a show dedicated to
we were talking about that yesterday. Later on, like during the interview, he was talking about it, like about bodybuilding, like because she really want to cover sports. We was talking a little bit about the Knicks game and all that type of stuff, and then I started mentioning about bodybuilding, like how do you feel that it's not on TV and stuff, and yeah, so
and
she would love to do something like that.
Yeah, something like American Muscle. I mean, just find the right people who want to produce it, put it out there. You have to probably have to be on the internet or something like because it's not too many networks. Like I remember around about the early 2000s, ESPN was moving away from bodybuilding. Like even they stopped showing like the world's strongest man and world's strongest women competitions. That was like it's
I remember that. Tell you the truth, I didn't really like watch it like that, but I remember that.
Yeah. It was just getting away from it. And you were saying this use about steroids, but you just had a whole congressional hearing about a few years ago when you had a bunch of major league players. But the thing is, those days are rich. They can do what they want. They make money. This is not like it's because what it is about the idea of how it affects young Americans. Young kids are gonna do whatever they want, and yes, they're gonna the mindset of monkey see, monkey do, but still they're gonna do whatever you want, no matter how you put in front of it. It's just that's how it is. Like young kids like Alex, you're very impressive. That's why they want so much of the bikini stuff here on you. Hello, Alex.
Yeah, I have to take out the clock. I gotta get ready soon. Nice talking to you guys.
All right, buddy. Have a good day at work.
I'm available next week. I'm available next Monday.
If you got something you want to talk about next Monday, let me know. We can put something together.
Okay, I'll let you know soon. Have a good night, guys. Nice talking.
You too. Yeah.
Good night. Where's your boy Josh?
Oh, he had to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a job too. I don't got one. I'm here most of the time. I was good this morning. I was, because I watched Stay to the Trust show into almost 11 o'clock. I woke up when it be about 5 and started working on stuff because there was I wanted to get some stuff together. I still got some videos I got to cut from the show. I want to post on my IG. Got some other stuff I want to post. I'm talking to some ladies about doing some interviews. Hope I have one this week by the end of the week. And I'm waiting for the list for the Imperial to come out. And once that is, I'm going to set up and do a video and post on that. That probably won't see. It's still not up yet. So my guess, it probably won't post until maybe after 7 or 8 o'clock. That's in Europe, but my guess, they have to send it over to American time. And usually the NPC will post it at a certain time. I don't know why they are getting shit. They're a few hours ahead of us. They are getting shit. They are getting what's coming. Because politics and bullshit.
Well, I seen your posts on the Toronto Pro and stuff. I seen like a lot of pictures. Who sent that to you? Like one of your the women or
which one?
No, I seen the Toronto Pro, the pictures. I was asking like did one of your friends send it to you or?
The video I made or just the pictures from the show?
No, like on when you posting like on YouTube, like the pictures, like in community, your community posts.
Well, some of them sent to me, and some of them I got off their social medias, but some of them they sent. A couple ladies like Nicole was there, and she sent me.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen it.
She sent me two.
That's cool.
She sent me one with Sarah, and the other one with I thought it was Nick Walker, but it was Hunter Labrada. I say, okay, I don't care about Hunter Labrada, so forget him. So I'll take the one with Sarah. So and I got a video that Marilyn Horton sent me. I got to post it and I got to tag her later. And I'm talking to some ladies. I don't know if they might have sent me something while I'm sitting here or not, but it was just like I said, something put together because I know a lot of you guys, so you like to follow the ladies, you like to see who's who, and I want to keep y'all up. I want to give y'all incentive to come to watch and see my work. I'm just a particular
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Anyway, God, can you believe it? This is about the next to last week of June. Since we just started.
Yeah, I know it's going by fast. I know. That's crazy, right?
Yeah. In a couple of weeks, I will make an announcement. Actually, next month I will make an announcement what show I'm going to be going to.
Okay.
Because I got to make reservations for the place I'm going to stay at. Because they usually want you to make reservations 6 weeks in advance. So, and once I set the reservation, because I can still get my ticket because I'm taking a train because I was thinking about plane, but the cost of, I haven't even got with my ID yet. So the cost of how much it is to get on a plane these days, the height of fuel, I can't afford it. I mean, that's just.
At least you're going. At least you're going. At least you're going to the show.
Yeah, because like I said, I want to get out there more because. Like again, I don't do anything. I'm here now. Other than maybe I gotta do my laundry this week. Maybe pick up some stuff for the house. And other than that, there's not a lot to do where I live at. I mean, other than maybe I got to set up a doctor's appointment, next month or month after next. Other than that, nah, y'all shoot people. You can't look people in the eye. I can't look. I gotta look down. I can't look in the eye. No, I can't. y'all just won 53 years and just won y'all first title. Y'all wilding out. Y'all be wilding.
Nah, that ain't me. That I don't look. I was born here. I don't represent New York like that. Like that crazy. Let me tell you something. It's them YNs. Because let's say if it was like 30 years ago or maybe even 20 some years ago, it wouldn't be like that. It's these YNs, man. They be wilding out and stuff. So yeah, they wilding out. They be doing some crazy stuff.
Back in the day, there was solutions to that. the belt or the switch. You know, here's the thing is, my mother didn't become friends till I got older and was more a functional adult. I was her child responsibility. And that's the problem. Too many adults want to be. No, your job not to be your child's friend. I was here. This lady come through. She runs our housing authority. She works for a housing authority. She was bringing out. I got a couple of donuts and a Happy Father's Day card. I don't got no youngins, but I did have a hand in helping with my niece and nephew's upbringing. And the punishment stuff was done by their mothers or by my mother. I didn't do that part because I was too young. Because I was like, there was only 2 years between me and my oldest nephew, and my youngest nephew with my older sisters had. He's like he's gonna be turning 40 this year, and my brother's daughter, she's one of my younger nieces. She's gonna be also in her mid-30s, so we pretty much grew up back together, and that's the problem is parents. Your job is not to be your child's friend. You feed them, you wash them, you take care of them, and when they go out the world, they know how to take care of themselves. Then, when they become adults and functioning, then you can get a friendship and a respect. They can understand what they had to do. But you're not their friends. They're not your equal. They're not your partner. You don't need to tell your business. If they used to be when we came around when adults talking, we're told to go back to the other room, watch TV, and sit down. Don't be in adult stuff. That's the problem. Too many kids being in adult stuff, and that happened to you. You get into the shit that you can't get off. Shout out to my man here. He says, "Oh my God, only 4 competitors this week. What? Let me check something. That's my man Ken. I'm going to check real quick. And the list is out. And I'm going down the list. Let's see. And he is right. 4 women bodybuilders.
There's women's bodybuilding?
Yeah, 4. See, the problem with women's bodybuilding overseas, there are not as many active bodybuilders. And then there's Anastasia Levinova, Martina Lopez, Blanca Djokovic, who just did the Toronto Super Show, and Hagat Sadas from Israel. But let's see, women's physique, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 competitors. Some of the ladies I recognize. Most definitely know Davis Girl is on the list. Gabrielle, she shouldn't do this show. She's not ready yet. She needs more time. But I will do a video. I might just do this because there's not so many competitors winning bodybuilding. I might just one video for bodybuilding and physique together. And with figure, other than there's not a lot of ladies I recognize. I mean, not even do a video on figure. Other than one lady I recognize in the U.S., everybody else is Italy, Germany, 2 or 3 I might recognize. I don't know if it's worth doing a video. I don't know. Probably not. I might do a video for the IG, but not going to do a video for the YouTube for figure. So, but, and fitness, I think they have fitness this show too. A good quick look. See fitness. See, I thought fitness. Does they have fitness? They have wheelchair. Don't have fitness. No, they don't have fitness. So anyway, disappointing. 4 women in bodybuilding. This is my man Ken. He says this. This is not good look for division again. Well, Ken, not a lot of there's not as many ladies overseas. The ones that do have are not even ready yet, or they just the expense of competing. I mean, a lot of American competitors don't want to go all the way to another country to compete where there's shows here. I think it's going to be between Anastasia and probably Bronca for the chance, or Martina Lopez might get it. It's all dependent. Anastasia, I hope she doesn't get it because the fact is she can She has won 2 Olympic qualifications, have never been to Olympia. But I know she got married to a coach, trainer, asshole husband. Maybe that situation has changed because he's Israeli. Maybe she gets the citizenship. But there's no point in her doing shows if you can't make it to Olympia. And a shit talking about calling Andrea Shaw a paper champ. Your wife can't even come here and compete against Andrea Shaw. Shut up, you son of a. With that ugly tattoo, trying to be like, I got 2 words for you. So, anyway, yes, guys, it's kind of disappointing, but again, we need ladies overseas to step up a little bit. I understand it's a cost, but we don't. This shots at a promoter. He still has Win by Minute show. He still has it, where others have pushed it out. Shots at that promoter. So, fellas, shout out to my man David coming through. Appreciate him. Shout out to my man Alex taking a drop in. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer is here. Any plans this weekend? This week?
Maybe I might talk to somebody during the week, but other than that, stay tuned.
I'm still talking. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say thanks for inviting me.
Man, you're always welcome. You invite me to your thing, I invite you to mine, and watching some of these stuff. I watched I saw the thing about the He-Man video. I mean, I'm indifferent about it. My He-Man I grew up with was my He-Man. That He-Man is for that generation. They don't remember the He-Man we had.
Nah, I was saying I didn't really enjoy it. That's all. That was my take. I mean, I hear people making comments about, they liked it and stuff. It's fine, but I was just sitting in the theater, man. I'm just looking at it. Like, I think like the best, like what I enjoyed was like the first scene when he was in Eternia, and then Skeletor invaded the kingdom and all that type. And then when he went to Earth, that's when for me it was just getting real goofy. It's like they was imitating more of the MCU, and just like I didn't really enjoy it like that. I heard Scary Movie I've heard mixed feelings about that one too. I was wanted to see Scary Movie 6, but I don't know. But
you think about it, you have generally most of the cast from the first Scary Movie in it. Just about everybody. You have King Ivan Waynes. He helped wrote the script, and you have Sean and Marlon back in it. Also, you had Regina Hall. You have Anna. What's Anna's last name?
Anna Faris.
I think Faris. She was married to Star-Lord, and then he married Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. And you have generally pretty much, and they're playing on a lot of stuff from the movies and stuff that come out in the last few years since that series started. The first 2 ones were pretty good, but after that, it kind of. But this one, I think it's going back to the roots of it, being really slapstick and silly. I think it looked like it might be a good movie. Like I said, I hadn't been to a movie in a long time. I don't know. Maybe
I ain't really feeling it, so I don't know. Some people, I've heard some people like this, some people just ain't like it at all.
Well, the thing is, that's why it's best to see for yourself. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do like it, hey, that's you got an opportunity to go classic. Everybody's gonna have. I think, especially the more sensitive and soft generation. They're too sensitive, too soft. Like Brady Mac would say, "Boy, you soft." Talk to Jordan. That's a little pretty thing. So anyway, folks, I want to say shout out to congratulations to Marika Jones, who got her second Olympic qualification in Toronto. Shout out to Nadi Capasoto. Shout out to fellow North Carolinian Sarah Moline. Shout out to the lovely pocket rocket herself, Sophie Grigger. And also all the brothers competed the weekend at the Toronto Super Show. Thanks again to my man here, the one coming through. Shout out to Alex coming through, and don't forget my man, David. David might be some videos coming up, interviews coming up. He's very active. His channel is blowing up, and I appreciate my guests that were here. My man Ken, keep me updated. Seacross, Last Man Standing. Also, all anyone who watched this video, comment, subscribe, follow my channel, support my content. Reach out and genuine interest. If you're a fan of the sport of bodybuilding, especially of women, support these ladies too. It's a tough sport. It's not meant for everybody, but like I said, somebody got to do it. So, folks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I hope we can see you again. This is your man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. Good night, good luck, God bless, and you know what? Have a good rest of your day.